Hi friends and subscribers. So this is part 2 of my complete CD collection. So at the end of part 1 we ended with the Ds. So now we're starting with the Es and going all the way to the Ms for this video. So let's get started. So start off with Electric Light Orchestra, or ELO for short. So this is their self-titled debut album, El Dorado, Out of the Blue, and original album classics. So this has On the Third Day, Face the Music, New World Record, Discovery, and Time, Zoom, and Alone in the Universe, which is actually credited to Jeff Lynne's ELO. And then on to the Fs. So I have Best of Fleetwood Mac. This mainly covers the Peter Green years, which, to be honest, is the only era of Fleetwood Mac that I really like. And this is the Faces. A nod is as good as a wink to a blind horse. So yeah, that's the only Faces album that I own. And I have a couple of free compilations. So this is Alright Now, the best of free, and this one's just called Alright Now, which I just picked up today actually. So that's the Fs. Now onto the Gs. So Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction, GNR Lies, Use Your Illusion 1, Use Your Illusion 2, and the single for their cover of Sympathy for the Devil, The Best of Jerry and the Pacemakers, Rory Gallagher, original album classics. So this has Deuce, Calling Card, Top Priority, Jinx, and Fresh Evidence. And this one's called Blues, which is just a collection of rarities. That's the Gs. Now we're going into the Hs. Very Best of Herman's Hermits, Very Best of Buddy Holly, Best of George Harrison. This has a mixture of his Beatles songs and his solo songs as well. And I have some stuff by the Hollies. This one's self-titled. I think this was their 4th album. And this one's For Certain Because. A's, B's and EPs. So basically singles, B-sides and EP tracks. And Holly's Greatest Hits. And I have a couple of Humble Pie CDs. I've got Performance, Rockin' the Fillmore, and Smokin'. And then it's Jimi Hendrix, Are You Experienced, Axis Bold as Love, Electric Ladyland, Gangster of Love. This is a collection of instrumental blues tracks, and the rest of the Best of Jimi Hendrix. So just another rarities collection. I think it's a bootleg. I think these two are bootlegs. And this is Cornerstones, 1967 to 1970. So part greatest hits and part live tracks. I've only got one I. This is Idol Songs, 11 of the best. So Best of Billy Idol. And I've only got one J as well. That's Jefferson Airplane. So this is just a 2-disc best of. And now into the Ks which the only K's that I've got is the Kinks. So it's their self-titled debut album. Kinda Kinks. The Kink Controversy. Face to Face. Something Else by the Kinks. The Kinks are the Village Green Preservation Society. Arthur, or the Decline of the British Empire, which also includes the Great Lost Dave Davis solo album. And Lola vs. Power Man and the Money Go Round, Part 1. And it also comes with the Percy soundtrack as well. So that's 2 albums on there. And BBC Sessions 1964 to 1977. And then Ultimate Collection, just, you know, a career retrospective. And now onto the L's. So this is Forever Changes by Love. And I've got some John Lennon, Imagine, and Lennon Legend, the very best of John Lennon. And then Led Zeppelin, so the self-titled debut album. Led Zeppelin 2, Led Zeppelin 3, Led Zeppelin 4, Houses of the Holy, Physical Graffiti, Presence, In Through the Outdoor, How the West Was Won, 3-disc live album, and then Celebration Day, which was obviously their reunion concert that they did. And then onto the M's. So I have some stuff by the Monkees. So this is the original album series. So this has the self-titled debut album, More of the Monkees, Headquarters, Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn and Jones Limited, and the Birds and the Bees and the Monkees. And this is Monkees 20 Greatest Hits and the Definitive Monkees. And then I have some stuff by Metallica, Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, the Black Album, and Saint Anger. And unfortunately I've only got one album by Megadeth. I have Rust in Peace, Mamas and the Papas, the EP collection, Manfred Mann's Greatest Hits, Bob Marley and the Wailers, very best of the early years, 1968 to 1974. And yes, of course I do have Legend, best of Bob Marley and the Wailers. Total Madness, so basically a best of Madness, greatest hits. The Freddie Mercury album. And I have some Paul McCartney. So this is Paul McCartney and Wings, Wings Over America, Wings Greatest, and Back in the US, Live 2002. I'm not a big fan of Paul's solo stuff, but I like his early solo stuff. Motorhead, Aces Up My Sleeve, the collection, just the greatest hits of Motorhead. Very best of Meatloaf. And to round off the M's, I've got some Moody Blues. So this is Days of Future Past, In Search of the Lost Chord, On the Threshold of a Dream, Every Good Boy Deserves Favour, and the very best of the Moody Blues. So that was part 2, and I will see you again in part 3. So until then, stay tuned.